Good morning, dear professor. I hope you are good. In this video recording, I will explain the class 5. Theme: the future. Date: November 20th, 2020. Grade: second baccalaureate. Time: 45 minutes. Proficiency level: intermediate. B1 at 1. CEFR. In teaching English as a foreign language objectives, during these lessons, the learners will be able to listening, identify correctly the future, speaking, pronounce adequately the vocabulary, reading, understand the information, and writing, fill correctly the information. During the class period, the professor will apply some strategies in the classroom, such as whole class, individual work, role play, and work group. Anticipatory set. In this part, the professor will play a game about bingo, where the teacher will distribute several bingo sheets to the students about solar system. These bingo sheets warm-up activity. Task about of the game Simon Says. This game consists of the teacher will tell some actions the students, such as touch the hair or touch the head. But the teacher always should say the phrase Simon says. If the teacher doesn't say Simon says, the students will not do the actions. Comprehension approach. The professor will illustrate in detail the future with the auxiliary will, projecting from his computer how to realize negative and affirmative sentence. WH questions and yes/no questions. Then the teacher will give the students a worksheet where his teacher will read aloud. So the students will complete the activity about right, true, or false. Communicative language learning. The teacher will explain with flashcards the vocabulary, such as zero gravity, replace, humans, Earth, holidays, travel, invent, time machine, scientist. After, the teacher will form pairs, where the professor will give a class that contain questions such as: will robots replace the humans? Will aliens invade the Earth? Will tourists go on space holidays? Will scientists invent a time machine? Where the students change the cast, asking and answering the questions using the auxiliary will and the vocabulary. Task-based language learning and comprehension approach. The teacher will form groups of 3 students where the teacher will give a worksheet to each group. Thus, the students will read a passage about robots that feel, and they will respond some questions using the auxiliary will and the vocabulary. Modeling. This part, it is vital to the students because the students will increase the knowledge about the different topics. Guided practice. It is supports the students will understand the topics during the class period. Independent practice. The students will write 10 sentences in their notebooks, where they will be employing the new words and the auxiliary will correctly. Assessment. The pupils at home will realize tasks about the topic. The students will use the dictionary if it is necessary. And finally, closing review and follow-up. The instructor will illustrate the topic again, will realize sentences and explaining the topic. Thank you.